Should smartphones be banned for under 16s? More people are getting behind calls for smartphones to be banned. Actor and campaigner Sophie Winkleman said school children should be given a brick phone instead of smartphones to protect them from social media.
We all know the impact of social media, comparison culture. I think there's been loads of studies that it is affecting boys and girls, their body image, the way they look at their faces, you know, filters. There's all these face-enhancing filters. I can't imagine going through that as a child. Obviously, there is a case for people need to get in touch. Although, even with the brick phone, I remember trying to play Snake under the table.
It's always Snake.
That was my
favourite
game, and Tetris.
Now, whether you could look at something within a school whereby when each day starts, you hand in your mobile phone and it's kept by the teacher and you only get it at break time, is that to look there? But there's an interesting article, just to mention, in the Daily Telegraph today, an interview with Sophia Winkleman, who's the actress and campaigner in this area. She's actually taken her children out of a couple of schools because they're exposed to too much on iPads and too much on screens. And she has real concerns about our children, not just through their mobile phones, but also through iPhones, just having too much screen time.
On your point, Nick, I guess we do live in a digital age now, so maybe actually the answer isn't to ban smartphones, but maybe teach people how better to use them and how to protect themselves online.
Ban on mobiles from schools. This is part of a new Ofsted crackdown on classroom discipline. School apparently is going to be penalised for failing to tackle persistent low-level disruption in lessons under a tough new inspection regime being introduced next term.
But when you say kids need mobile phones, they can keep them in their lockers. We never had them.
No,
we don't need them.
No, times have changed.
We could still make a phone call if we needed to. There was a payphone there, or if it was an emergency, you could go to teachers, go up to the office.
Why take a step back?
I'm
No, I don't
taking a
think
step
so.
back
I
in
agree with you,
technology.
Phil.
If you've got your phone and you've finished at the end of the day and your parents aren't there, or you want to make sure that what time you're being picked up, you know, that I think that's a good thing.
There was a story in the paper today about one female teacher was saying that, you know, you can't even say to kids, give me your phone, because she had said it to one young lad, and he was 10 years old, and he put it down his underpants. He said, well, if you want it, you get it. So, you know, you can't... But the bottom line is, having a mobile phone in school, it affects your concentration. Imagine what it's like in a classroom full of kids who are tweeting, texting...
It must be an absolute
If you're a
nightmare.
teacher...
You just need to bring back proper discipline within the classroom, Carol. It's as simple as that. A teacher's not even allowed to look into the bag of a child to see if they've got anything, whether it's a phone, drugs, or anything. They're not allowed to do it.
The
That's
bottom
where
line
we've
is,
gone wrong.
I read a quote today where it was one of the Ofsted guys says, the bottom line is kids deserve a decent education, and they're not going to get one if their attention is elsewhere and they're thinking about other things and faffing around with their phone.